Acceleration. Vocabulary: acceleration, speed, velocity, slope. Students should be able to define acceleration, describe the motion of an object as it accelerates, draw and analyze the graph that represents the variation of the acceleration as a function of time, calculate the acceleration of an object due to a change of the speed. Now, if we think about a sport or activity in which the goal is to hit a target from far away, what are some of the challenges? In basketball, for example, it is difficult to shoot the ball at just the right angle to get the ball in the hoop. So as you can see here, the player is trying to shoot the ball at a certain angle, and this angle does affect the angle at which the ball hits the hoop or the target. If he shoots from a 30-degree angle at this position, the ball is not going to get into the hoop. Okay, however, if he shoots it from a greater angle at this position, as you can see here, such that it reaches the hoop at an angle of 70 degrees, then he's going to or the ball is going to get into the hoop. So when we want to describe the motion, or we want to study the motion of an object, it's very important to study its direction of motion. In the above example, the angle of shooting determines the direction of motion of the ball with respect to the hoop. So the angle at which the player shoots the ball actually describes the direction of the motion of the ball. And another example here, a similar one. The man is trying, or the player is trying to shoot it at an angle of 40 degrees away while standing 10 meters away from the target. So a 40 degrees angle is the best angle to get the ball into the hoop. Now, if we take a daily life example in order to explain the concept of acceleration, we are going to now check why have we been here explaining and concentrating on the term direction in order to describe the motion. We are going to relate it to our lesson, which is about acceleration. But meanwhile, let's take a daily life example. While the students, for example, are moving up the stairs to their classes after recess, the teacher asks them to hurry up. What is acceleration in everyday language? So it's the process of speeding up. When the teacher asks the students to hurry up, means this she asks them to increase their speed. Okay, and in everyday language, this is known as acceleration. So only speeding up in everyday language is acceleration. For example, again, another daily life example is that when a traffic light changes from red to green, a driver steps on the accelerator to start moving from rest. As a result, the car speeds up or accelerates. It increases its speed. Okay, but acceleration doesn't only mean speeding up scientifically. Scientifically, acceleration doesn't refer only to an increase in the speed, but also to a decrease in the speed or a change in the direction of motion. So in general, it's the change in the speed, whether due to direction, or in general, it's a change in the velocity, whether it's due to a change in the speed or to a change in the direction. So as a definition, as a scientific definition, acceleration is the rate at which velocity, not only speed, velocity changes, either due to change in speed or due to change in the direction. So we want to recall here that velocity is the speed given in a specified direction. We already discussed this idea before. Read the following texts, underline the main idea in each one. Text 1. Whenever an object's speed changes, the object accelerates. A car that begins to move from a stop position or speeds up to pass another car is accelerating. People can accelerate too. For example, you accelerate when you coast down a hill on your bike. Just as objects can speed up, they can also slow down. This change in the speed is sometimes called deceleration or negative acceleration. A car decelerates as it comes to stop at a red light. A water skier decelerates as the boat slows down. So in this text, what is the main idea? The main idea is that whenever an object's speed changes, the object accelerates. So I have to underline this sentence, and the idea is that acceleration, okay, is related to a change in the speed. Now in text 2, even an object that is traveling at a constant speed can be accelerating. Oh, this is an exclamation mark here because we are used that in daily life acceleration means increasing the speed. Now how comes here they're saying that a constant speed means acceleration? Let's continue reading to understand the idea. Recall that acceleration can be a change in the direction as well as a change in the speed. Therefore, a car accelerates as it follows a gentle curve in the road or changes lane, moves to different the narrow pathways. Runners accelerate as they round the curve in a track. A softball accelerates when it changes direction as it is hit back. Many objects continuously change direction without changing the speed. The simplest example of this type of motion is circular motion or motion along a circular path. So what's the main idea here? What they're trying to concentrate on? The main idea here is that acceleration can be change in direction as well. So it's not only about the change in the speed in the magnet, but also a change in the direction of motion that causes a change in the velocity and thus acceleration takes place. So as a summary, causes of acceleration could be change in the speed. Example, accelerating when you coast down a hill on your bike, you keep on moving in the same direction, but the speed increases, and I'm going to explain why does the speed increase while moving down. And another cause for acceleration is a change in the direction. Example, runners accelerate as they round a curve in a track. So as they move round a track, they're changing their direction of motion, and thus they change their velocity, so acceleration takes place. Types of acceleration. There are three types: increase in speed, decrease in speed, and a change in direction. So if we label the type of acceleration that is occurring in each of the photos. In the first case, the ball was coming towards the boy and he caught it, so he stopped it from moving. That's why this caused a decrease in the speed. The ball was moving while the force exerted by the boy on the ball caused it to decrease its speed until it stopped in his hand. So another example is the girl hitting back the tennis ball. So this is a change in direction. And thus a change in velocity takes place because the moving object changed its direction. And a change in velocity means acceleration. Finally, a football player here is hitting further a ball that's moving forward. So he just hit it so that it moves with a greater speed. So we have here an increase in the speed, a change in the speed, which means a change in velocity. And as long as there is a change in velocity, this means that there is acceleration.